Hello, 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 and happy Friday, everybody. Welcome to my live. And if you happen to be catching this after I'm live, welcome to my replay. My name is Robin, and I'm with Robin's Egg Blue Creations, and I'm also an independent designer with Couture. So tonight we're going to be doing a cute little project. And as you're coming on, if you would do me a favor and say hi in the comments and tell me that you're here. I am using StreamYard. It is an online platform where I can stream to various destinations. So I am live on Facebook, on my business page. I'm live on my YouTube channel at Robin's Egg Blue Creations. And actually, while I'm thinking about it and while everyone's hopping on, I'm going to go ahead and share this into my group. So, un momento. And again, if you're hopping on, tell me hi in the comments and tell me where you're watching from. I would greatly appreciate it. So let me just copy the link real quick. Hey, it's Mr. Jason watching from Minnesota. Hey, dear, I love you. Miss you. Let's see. Oops. Let's put it in my group. There we go. Okay. Thanks for letting me do that. Again, I'm using StreamYard. It's an online platform, so I am multicasting. So if you hear me talking to other people and you don't see them in the comments, that's why. Hi, Thea. How are you? Hey, Amanda. Oh, does Thea say she's missing Jason, or does Thea say she's missing me? There's a big difference. Again, just wanted to let you know in case you see people, or in case you hear me commenting and talking to other people and you don't see them in the comments, they might be watching on YouTube while you're watching on Facebook. Also, if you happen to be watching from my Facebook group, if you wouldn't mind giving StreamYard access to your name and profile pic. Otherwise, you just show up as Facebook user and I don't know who you are. Of course she misses Jason because she wouldn't miss me. Again, say hi in the comments and we will go ahead and get started. I'm going to be using this cute little gnome transfer. It's an 18 by 18 size D transfer. These are reusable. They are silkscreen transfers. So anywhere you see the white, it's actually a silkscreen. And depending on how well you take care of them, you can get about 8 to 12 uses out of them. So I'm going to go ahead and write on the back what transfer this is. That way I know that it goes on this backer, and I also know which side of the backer that the transfer goes on. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this apart. I think we're just going to use the gnome with the striped hat tonight. So anywhere on our transfers where you see this white line, that's a cut line. And you're welcome to cut your transfers apart, but I'm just going to use my transfer trimmers, and I'm just going to score that line. That way I keep my backer sheet intact. So I'm going to get my fuzz towel out. Oh, I got to do one thing first. I'm going to put this out of the way. We're going to be putting our gnome on one of these faux pallet signs that I made with 5-gallon paint sticks. So here's the back. I just cut up a paint stick into about a 4.5-inch piece, and then I just glued them to the back, and it glues the sign together. And then I painted it with white chalk paint, and then I gave it a bit of a sand. So I'm going to, because it's a wood surface, and because my transfer is sticky, those two don't always mesh very well. Sometimes if your transfer is too sticky, it will, 1, pull up the paint, or 2, it could actually pull up some of the wood fibers. So I'm just going to put down a layer of the surface wax. And it'll just be a barrier between the sticky transfer in my painted surface. Now, if you're using like a Chalk Couture gallery or boutique board, you don't necessarily have to wax, but definitely painted wood, paper, like watercolor paper, sometimes even metal, you might need to wax. I'm just going to try to buff that in a bit without shaking my table too bad. Get some up here. Hey, Amanda, I told Jason last night about what Thea said at Girl Group. Where's my Jason? He got a kick out of that. Okay, so I'm going to bring my transfer back in. Put my wax over here. And I'm going to pull, because this is a larger transfer, I'm going to pull my backer sheet away from the transfer. That way, hopefully it won't stick to itself. And I'm going to get my fuzz towel. And this is just a terry cloth towel. You don't have to have any special towel. If you don't have a towel, you could use your shirt or your pants. I just want to pick up a little bit of lint so that my transfer isn't so sticky. And once we clean it, we'll be removing a lot of that lint. I am going to do I'm doing one thing real quick. Sorry. I forgot it's giveaway night, so I'm going to pull up the giveaway screen. I can start collecting. Oops. Sorry, I should have done this ahead of time. No, maybe not. Well, never mind. Not going to work. Hey, Ashley, how are you? Happy Friday. Okay, I'm going to do one more little fuzz. And then I'm just going to place him on my transfer. I'm going to put him up just a tad. And I'm just going to smooth him out. Oops. Just making sure he's nice and smooth so he doesn't have any air bubbles. Got a dog hair down here. Okay. So if you're glad that it's Friday, put hashtag Friday in the comments for me. I am certainly glad that it's Friday. So I'm going to be using our shimmer shadow. It's kind of a glitter. It has glitter inside of it. So I'm going to do it all one color because we're going to add color in another way. So I kind of hinted to an interchangeable gnome. So that's what we're going to do. So I'm just going to grab quite a bit and just place it along my transfer. And then I'm just going to take my squeegee and I'm just going to kind of swipe it on like I'm buttering toast or frosting a cake. Amanda says, hashtag Friday. Okay, so now I'm just pulling off all of the excess so that I can put it back in my jar. And I'm also trying to smooth out my squeegee lines because I don't want those to show. Okay, so I'm just going to pull this off slowly. Oops, got it all over me. So there's the gnome. Put it back over on his backer sheet. Okay, so I'm going to grab my hair dryer and I'm going to give him a good dry. Ashley says, hashtag Friday. Does anybody have any fun weekend activities planned? I'm going to wash one of the dogs. I gave one of the dogs a bath today. So tomorrow the other one gets it. They were some stinky dogs. And if you, just a reminder, if you do use any of the shimmer paste, they do dry a little bit slower than normal paste. Amanda, what restaurant in Lindsborg are you wanting to try? We haven't ever been to any of the restaurants in Lindsborg. You're going to take Chris out for his birthday tomorrow? Or is it a surprise? So you don't want to say it out loud? I've got a few little rums, so I'm just going to use my detail tool that has the little point on it at the end to try to scrape up some of those leaves. It may not work. I probably should have given this board another good sand. Farley's? I've heard about Farley's. I think it just reopened in Lindsborg. I think it had been open before and then it closed. And now it's open again. You'll have to tell us about it. Sounds yummy. Okay. Yeah. I can get some of those off. Okay. So now we're going to add the fun stuff. You know, he's kind of boring, just black and white. But I got this idea from a fellow designer, Sage Roberts, with Vintage Charm Creations. So we're going to add a little color that we'll be able to change out for the holidays or the seasons. So I made a few ahead of time. So we're just going to add, you can add pom-poms. And so I've magnetized them, and I'll put a little magnet up there. And actually, I always cheat, and I always use a washer for the other side of the magnet. Make sure it's gonna, yep. So I'm gonna get my super glue out, and I have just these, I think they're 1/4 inch washers. So I'm gonna put a washer at the top of his hat. If I don't super glue my fingers to each other. Actually, I'm going to put just a dab of super glue up here. Maybe. I think my super glue dried. Well, we will do something else. We will use hot glue. Try not to burn my fingers. So I'm just going to lay a washer down using my multi-tool so I don't burn my fingers. Okay, so when it's Halloween coming up soon, so we've got our Halloween pom-pom. So, and then when Halloween is over, we've got Christmas. And this one is green and white with little red and white striped baker's twine. And then after Christmas, he'll be ready for Valentine's Day. So I wanted to show you real quick how I made the pom-pom. And I'm going to make another Halloween one because I really like the pom-poms with the baker's twine in them. So I have some orange baker's twine, and then I have just some orange and black yarn. And I'm going to put my towel over him because I've done these with my hand, but it's just easier using a tool. Oops, flip this around. Any excuse to use one of these tools. So this is the Works board by We Are Memory Keepers. And it has a little pom-pom maker at the bottom. But by all means, you can use your fingers to do this. So if you wanted to use your fingers, you just wrap it around the 3 fingers like about 20 times. So you can do it that way. Or you can use one of these. I just like all the fancy gadgets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oops, until it decides to pop off. Did it too tight. Let's just use our fingers. It's easier. Let's just put that away. Okay, never mind. We'll use our fingers. It's quicker and easier. I did that. I did it too tight. That's why it popped off. Okay, so 3 fingers. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So then I'm going to cut that off. And then I'm going to cut another little piece from the baker's twine. Let's put him away. And so then I'm just going to carefully slide it off my fingers, keeping it mostly together. And then I'm going to lay it down on my mat. And then I'm just going to use this baker's twine kind of halfway in the middle, halfway in between each end. And I'm just going to pull it really tight And hold that down with my finger while I tie a knot. And then I'm going to turn it around and do the same thing. But and then I'm going to tie it tight again. Okay. And then I'm going to grab some scissors and we'll just bring this back. So I'm just going to use this to catch all the yarn pieces after I trim it. So then what you want to do is you have all of these little loops on each end. You just want to cut them in half. I think I got all, and then you want to turn it around and do the same thing on the other end. So you're just going to cut through all those loops. I think I got them. And then you just want to give them a little haircut. The easiest way to trim it is to kind of flatten it out and then just cut. Those scissors don't feel very natural. Just want to give it a haircut. Just kind of round it off. And I always end up with about half of the pom-pom that I started with. And then kind of fluff it out. Oops, there's a few. And then kind of flatten it out in another spot. And it doesn't have to be perfect. I kind of like it a little rough around the edges. But if you see one sticking out, you can whack it off. Pretty good. You can keep trimming until you don't have a pom-pom left. Okay. Oops. Okay. I think we'll be done with that. I'll clean that up later. Okay, so we have our magnets. And then I try to find that knot again. Maybe, if you can. Okay, so there's the center. Okay. Okay, I think that's my knot. Right there. Okay. So I found my knot. And I have a magnet over here. So I'm just going to add some glue to the center of my pom-pom. And then I'm just going to add the magnet. Okay, so there's that magnet. So there's this little pom-pom right up there. And then we're going to add one more thing down at the bottom. So I'm still going to need 2 washers. Put those away. And then I'm going to need 2 more magnets. Those are stuck together really well. Oh! I don't know where those went. Those jumped somewhere. We'll find them before the dogs do, hopefully. There they are. Okay. Found them. Okay. So, oh, I also forgot. He needs a nose. So I found these little split balls. They're just a half bead. We're just going to give him a little gnome nose right there. So there's his little nose. I'm glad I found the magnets too, especially before our dogs did. Okay, there's our nose. So put those away. So now we're going to add a little banner down at the bottom, which can also be interchangeable. So I think, hopefully I have room for, I think I have room for 4. I think I may only have room for 3, which is fine. We'll just do 3. Okay, so I'm going to cut. Maybe I don't need to cut it. Yeah, I need to cut it. I'm just going to cut this part off. I'm just eyeballing it because I don't really need that part. Throw those away. And I'm going to make a little banner out of an older font that we had. I think this was the chalk font. I'm going to spell the word boo since he's going to be a Halloween gnome right now. I'm just trying to determine. Okay. So I'm just trying to determine how much room I needed. And I'm going to use a ruler. And I'm just going to score these really quick so I can fold them over. So I need about 1.5 inches. So I'm going to use my mat. So I'm just going to score it right there. I think we'll do this the old-fashioned way. I'll just score it lightly with a pair of scissors. And then we're just going to fold it on that score line so it makes a really nice crisp fold. I'll do that to the other one. So again, I need 1.5 inches. So I'm actually going to score 1 3/4 inches. And if you wouldn't mind, if you want to, if you have some crafty friends, if you wouldn't mind sprinkling this video onto your profile, give me some hearts. And if you're watching on YouTube, if you wouldn't mind subscribing, that would be great, or at least give me a thumbs up. Scored that one kind of crooked. That would be really helpful. Okay, so we've got it scored. That's just so I can create a fold to put my twine through. Okay, so now I kind of have a guide. So now I'm going to grab, I'm actually going to wax like I said before, you want to wax wood and paper. So I'm just going to lightly wax the paper just so that my letters don't stick. And I'm just going to lightly use my finger. Quick and easy. I just don't want my letters to stick to the banner, to the paper. Hi, Katie. How are you? I hope you had a good trip back home. Okay, so I'm going to add the B to this one. Hope you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to add B. I'm going to grab my white paste. This is what's so great about this paste is you can use it on a multitude of surfaces. Well, I'm glad you made it back home. It was sure good seeing you guys the other night at Grow Group. Okay, so there's my B. I'm just going to, so there's B. I'm just going to stick that there. So then we'll grab the O. Oops. And you know what? I forgot to fuzz that. That would have helped. Although it didn't stick too bad. So again, I'm going to cut this apart. The O and the P were still connected. I'm going to fuzz this. I have my towel right over here. Put the O down. Oops. That looks pretty straight. So I'm going to rub that down and make sure I don't have any air bubbles. Then I'm just going to get some paste on my squeegee. And there's my O. And I'm not even going to clean this. I'm actually going to drop it right back down. I can sometimes get about 3 attempts out of a transfer before I have to wash it. So we'll just drop it back down. And then we'll peel that one off. And there's the O. Just sticking these to my camera stand over here. So I put my lid on, and then I'm going to grab my hair dryer and make sure that these are dry. Except for, I'm going to try to hold them down so they don't blow all over the place. Okay, I'm going to grab my twine. I think, I don't know if I have my glue down here. Don't. So, I'm just going to cheat for right now. I'm just going to tape it on for right now. So I'm just putting my baker's twine inside of that fold. We're just going to tape it. When in doubt, sticky tape. This way the banners can still slide on the twine and we can kind of space them out how we want. Oops. If I put it the right way. Okay, so here's our little banner. Okay, so I'm going to cut this off. And then okay, so we're going to attach that. I'm going to take my pom-pom off. Try to get my spacing again. So I think I want, if I put it down on my mat, so I want the magnets kind of at 5. This mat comes in handy for quite a few things. So I have 2 more magnets down here. So I think that's where I want those. So I'm going to hot glue those down. This is how we're going to be able to change out our banner. It's pretty close. So I'm just gluing these on. Oop, and there went my banner on the floor. Kind of out of sorts this evening. Oh, Lord. Sorry, I'll be right back. That's a big old booty. Okay, banner found. Stuff falling. Okay. So now I'm going to add these little washers. They stick to my banner, and that's how we're going to be able to take it off. Let's see. I think I'll tie, I'm just trying to figure out the best way to go about this. I'm going to tie this one on. I'm going to just tie it in a loose knot for right now in case I have to do some adjusting. So I'm going to, and it just sticks right to that magnet. Kind of. We'll have to do some adjusting. And so then I'm going to pull my banner to where I want it. I kind of want it to drape a little bit. And I'm going to put my washer on this side. I'm going to fold it over and kind of get it where I want it. Okay, I think that's where I want it. So then I'm going to tie it that way. And I'm just going to do it in a really loose knot. And then we can always adjust later. So there's his little boo banner. So you can change it out for all the different seasons. So there's his little pom-pom. And you could even, I could have done, and I might go back and redo the banner. I should have probably done like orange, green, and black, or just to add a little more color. But that's kind of how he works. Really cute. So then I can make different banners. Like I pulled out for the Valentine's Day, like I have the XOXO. I had a bunch that I had pulled out. So you can just take different parts and pieces of your transfers. Okay, so for, like I could have added, I could always go back and add the skulls, or I could add the bats. For fall, I could have the leaves. For For Valentine's Day, like I said, we could use just the XO part. And then this transfer right here says Kiss Me. So you could have stacked the Kiss and the Me on a tag. For Christmas, I was going to try to use this little snowflake or this little ornament shape. And then this little transfer has little ornaments that you could put on one of the tags. There's a holly branch and some Christmas boughs that you could use. There's all sorts of different things to do for the holidays. Like I could put Joy and put the Christmas pom-pom on him. So yeah, I think I'll redo the banner though off camera and maybe do it in colors. But yeah, very interchangeable for the holidays. Oops, so let's put the right one back on him. So he's all dressed up and he is ready to go for Halloween. So tell me what you think. I'm going to try to pull up the giveaway tool again because I really wanted to give something away this evening. So hang on just a moment. Stream. I can type. .com/. I think that's right. There we go. I don't know why it didn't work the first time. Okay. If you would put in the comments #Gnome, and let me put it up here for you. That, Amanda, is a great idea to do red, white, and blue and USA. Good stinking. Okay, if you would put #Gnome in the comments so that way you can be entered into the giveaway. Amanda, I'm going to have to steal your idea. She said USA and red, white, and blue. That would be perfect, especially now since the Olympics are going on. And actually, I might just make another one with this guy because he already has stars on his hat, and then we can add a little red, white, and blue pom-pom. And then we can add a little banner that says USA. Okay, go ahead and put #Gnome in the comments so you can get entered to win the giveaway. I'll give you a few moments. Of course, it looks like it might just be, I don't know if Katie's still on. Okay, a few more moments. Katie, if you're still put #Gnome in the comments so you can get entered to be entered to win the giveaway. It'll be some happy mail. Again, enter. Jason says #Amanda's gonna win. Probably. That's funny. Okay. Oh, people keep hopping on. If you want to be entered into the giveaway, put #Gnome in the comments so your name will be entered into the drawing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, I'm going to share my screen. Hopefully this will work. Okay, you ready? We have one entry. Can everyone see it? I don't know why. Oh, you know what? Amanda's going to win anyway, but it's not letting me draw for some reason. Maybe because there's only one entry. So I'll put my name in, and even if, oh no, there's 3. Okay, if my name comes up, we'll just draw again until. Nope, we'll draw again. We'll see if we can draw again. Yeah, I can draw again. Here we go. We'll just have some fun. Yay! Amanda's the winner. Woot woot! How's that? Congrats, Amanda. I will get with you on Sunday or Wednesday to get you your happy mail. Well, I hope everyone had a great evening. I apologize if I'm like watching a slab of concrete dry, but I have fun, and I hope that you have fun as well. I hope to go live again tomorrow and maybe Sunday. My husband's gone, so I have a lot of time on my hands, so I hope to do a lot of crafting, and I will post in the morning what time I'll be live, so just be watching for that. And I hope that you had a great evening, and I hope you also have a great weekend. And thank you so much for watching this evening. See you later. Bye-bye.